Flat Earth TikTokers have certainly been on the rise in the last few years, and one seems to have hit my feed more than any other. Her name is Kay, and today we're going to take a look at her reasons for believing in Flat Earth. They're not good. Hello all and welcome along to another video with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. Today is my birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to me, I guess. But fighting misinformation online waits for no one, so I guess we should crack on. Today we look at Flat Earth TikToker Kay Podgy and her reasons for believing in a flat Earth. Will there be anything in there that actually makes sense, or will it all be long debunked nonsense? Let's find out.
I'm going to give you a list of some of the things that convinced me that we live on a non-rotating, mostly flat Earth. First off, our constellations have never changed. If we were truly being hurled through space chasing around a giant fireball, why have the constellations stayed the same for over 5,000 years?
The constellations do change, just very slowly. That's what happens when you're dealing with stars that are light years away. We have literally measured the proper motion of stars. We know where they were thousands of years ago, and we know where they'll be thousands of years from now. Orion is visibly different when you compare ancient sky charts to modern ones. Ursa Major also stretched. So no, the sky isn't proof of a flat Earth. It's proof that distance is a thing and the universe is large.
Polaris, the star that's associated with God, never moves. All the stars revolve around Polaris.
Polaris does move. It's just incredibly subtle because, brace yourself, it's 430 light years away. Here is a time lapse of the stars around the North Celestial Pole. You can see there Polaris in the middle, moving in a small circle.
Flight manuals explicitly say to treat the Earth as if it's flat and non-rotating.
Flight manuals say this only for local calculations. It simplifies the maths for short flights, where curvature and rotation don't meaningfully affect headings. It really is just about convenience. Airlines literally use globe-based navigation, great circle routes, spherical coordinates, inertial navigation systems, none of which work on a flat Earth, of course. The very system that line comes from requires Earth's rotation to function.
If you watch weather balloon footage of balloons that are sent up by everyday people and not the government, you can clearly see that the sun and moon are local and that the horizon is completely flat. This is one of my favorite accounts. His name is Eyes of Tomorrow. He's probably my favorite that launches weather balloons. You can clearly see that the sun simulator is local, as well as the moon, and you can see that it is a flat plane.
Weather balloon footage never shows a local sun or moon. It shows a tiny camera with a tiny sensor struggling with dynamic range. The sun looks close because the camera blows the light out.
They tell us that we can't see beyond the horizon because the Earth is curving, but people disprove that every day with the P1000s. You could find tons of footage of people just holding their cameras at the horizon and zooming in, and it all comes back into focus. There's no curve.
Zoom doesn't defeat curvature, it detects distance. When an object goes over the horizon, the bottom disappears first. Now that's because of Earth's curvature. Zooming in just magnifies what's still visible. It can't unhide the part that's physically blocked.
Next we have Operation Paperclip. Operation Paperclip was when the US brought over German scientists to create NASA. The founder of NASA was named Wernher von Braun. This is his tombstone. He quoted Psalms 19:1. Psalms 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." A firmament can only exist on a flat Earth.
Operation Paperclip happened. Von Braun worked for NASA. None of that says a single thing about Earth's shape. That's history, not geometry. And quoting Psalms on a tombstone? So what? That's a personal religious choice, not a scientific declaration. If Von Braun had quoted The Hobbit, I can guarantee you that flat earthers would be insisting that Middle Earth was real.
There's also tons of references throughout the Bible, like the four corners of the earth. The fact that in Isaiah, he knew the difference between a circle and a ball. Whenever he was referring to the earth, he said the circle of the earth, but he knew that a ball was different, that it was a sphere. And of course, the Book of Enoch is basically like a flat earth handbook.
Four corners of the earth is idiomatic language. It means the whole world. It's like how we say to the ends of the earth today. And Isaiah calling earth a circle doesn't help flat earth either. Ancient Hebrew didn't have a separate word for sphere. They use circle for round things in general.
And one of my favorite things was the Chinese weather balloon. This is the Chinese weather balloon. Take a good look at this part. This is an image of our satellite. Look at this, and look at this again. And remember, NASA is the largest consumer of helium in the entire world. Remember what the drama was with these? That Joe Biden wouldn't take it down, and he was saying it was because it was over a school. It was a failing satellite. And these things fail quite often. You can find quite a few videos of people being like taken out by these things. Like they just come down and just swoop and like wipe people out.
Now, NASA does use helium, that's true, for weather balloons, scientific balloons, ground equipment, but it does not launch satellites into orbit at 28,000 kilometers per hour. If satellites really were balloons, GPS wouldn't work, satellite TV wouldn't work, Starlink wouldn't work, and every plane's navigation system would be useless.
And then we have the obvious, very real moon landing. I think most of us are like put onto that. Like we know that the moon landing was, even the Mars rover is like this. This is a picture from NASA of the rover of Mars. There's a rat in it. Like, how would Mars have rodents on it? If there was a rat on Mars, it was probably Wernher von Braun.
That's a rock that looks vaguely like a rat if you squint hard enough. It's called pareidolia, Kay. The brain spotting faces and animals where none exist. Same reason some people see Jesus in a slice of toast.
When you look at things from an unbiased point of view, NASA does not put out images that are not CGI. Does this look like a real image to you?
Yes. And that was way before CGI existed, so not a great example there.
Then we have the fact that every person or organization that contributed to the globe model was a Freemason, aka a Satanist.
What an absolutely ridiculous statement to make that was. Amazing.
First we had Pythagoras, Freemason, Copernicus, Freemason, Galileo, Freemason. And we had the Jesuits. The Jesuits are the organization that's behind the Catholic Church and also the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Eastern Stars. They are the organization behind all secret societies.
First off, Pythagoras and Eratosthenes lived thousands of years before Freemasonry existed. Galileo, not a Freemason. He was busy, inventing modern astronomy while the church yelled at him. Calling every scientist in history a Satanist doesn't magically make their measurements wrong.
Then we had the Jesuit-run Catholic Church adopt the theory of evolution and the Big Bang Theory and start pushing the globe theory. Then we had Isaac Newton, who was a Freemason. Then we had Albert Einstein, who was a Freemason. Then we had Nikola Tesla come along, who has no history of being a Freemason, but openly rejected Einstein and Isaac Newton's findings. He completely rejected the Big Bang Theory. He completely rejected the theory of relativity. He rejected gravity and believed that everything was about electromagnetism.
Newton a Freemason? Nope. Zero historical evidence. Einstein a Freemason? Also no. Another conspiracy myth invented because people think that being smart means being in a secret club. And Tesla? Well, flat earthers love Tesla because they've turned him into some sort of anti-science action figure. But Tesla didn't reject gravity. He rejected the explanation of gravity at the time, which is, let's be honest, a very normal scientific stance to take. One thing for sure is, he absolutely did not say the Earth was flat. He literally designed technologies assuming a globe.
The theory of gravity does not make sense. If all of this water can be held upside down and on the sides of a sphere that's spinning, then why can feathers and leaves float around and not be held down by such gravity? A cubic foot of water weighs over 60 pounds. That's why. Water always finds its level.
Feathers and leaves float because of air resistance and drag. Gravity is pulling them down just very slowly because air is constantly pushing back. Drop a feather in a vacuum and it falls just like a hammer does.
The etymology for the word gravity literally just means heavy. It's all about density and buoyancy. Yes, I am saying it. Gravity is a theory and it is an incorrect one.
Said by the person with no scientific papers or studies to prove otherwise. Nice.
And we had the old Encyclopedia Britannicas that mentioned that the Earth was flat. They talked very openly about the firmament. Old newspapers did this.
Old encyclopedias and newspapers also talked about phrenology, teleporting atoms and actual canals on Mars. Being old doesn't make something true, it means it's old.
Here's some footage of planets. This is Venus. Here we have Mars and Neptune.
I just want to throw some doubt on the fact that that last one was actually Neptune. But even if it was, they're all out of focus. As usual, it's like they're making the same mistake over and over and over again and being happy about that.
I personally believe that the planets are the 7 fallen angels, and when you think about the names of them, they're all named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses, which are based on fallen angels. And if you read the Book of Enoch, it directly tells you that the lowest level of heaven is where the fallen angel leaders are suspended. It also tells us that one of the first things that the fallen taught humans to destroy us was astronomy and astrology.
Planets are named after Roman gods because the Romans named them. Same reason the days of the week are named after gods. The Book of Enoch is not a physics textbook, by the way. It's religious literature written way before anyone actually understood what planets really are. This list is one of the worst I've ever heard in terms of flat earth proof.
And have you guys ever seen the backside of the globe? Like, please, it's like the front side is the face and the back is its bald head.
And there we have it. That right there is the most ridiculous reason I have ever heard for someone believing in flat earth. And that is saying something. She is saying that because the Pacific Ocean side of Earth only has the Pacific Ocean, it looks like a bald head. Well, let's pack up and go home then, shall we, everyone? Because there's no way we can debunk that, is there? Quickie Blinder, MC Toon, Dave McKeegan, all of you. The Pacific Ocean side of Earth looks like a bald head. They got us, guys. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, that's it for another video, people. We're going to wrap this one up today. Please do let me know in the comments below what you thought of Kay's list there for believing in a flat earth. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Thanks so much for watching today. As ever, it's appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the thumbs up button too. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for a video where we're going to be destroying flat earth using common sense only. See you then.